Hi, everybody. I got an excellent question. And I love this question because it's going to give me an opportunity to really go into detail on what chakra removal means to me, what chakra plus removal means to me. I'm emphasizing these words because when people are exploring a session where they want me to remove their chakras, I'm always emphasizing what chakra removal means to me because the words are, I feel, deceiving. I still use these words because people are familiar with them, and I want people to access a path where they can receive an enriching experience that isn't there to harm, but there to heal, okay? So I'll read you guys the questions that came in, and I'm going to talk about the concept of chakras, implants. This question is also asking about Kundalini. And then again, I'm going to talk a little bit about chakra removal. So here's the question. I want to remove my chakras, but also I want to raise my Kundalini. I was informed about the Kundalini overlay implant and that the Kundalini energy is fake. However, if it is fake, why do they need the implant to take our energy? I won't be able to raise Kundalini once I remove the chakras because the Kundalini serpent energy is fake and not real divine energy, ? Okay. Do you guys see why this is such an awesome series of questions? All right. First things first about chakra removal. Chakras are infinite spaces of divine love and consciousness. So, to accomplish chakra removal, the goal is not to amputate, to actually scoop them out, remove them completely. The chakras aren't implants, period. I've never experienced a chakra as an implant. I experienced chakras as, again, consciousness, infinite spaces. If I walk into a root chakra, I can find so many detailed pieces of information about your soul that are stored in that sacred space, okay? If I remove the chakra, am I removing that part of your soul? No. How do I remove an infinite space that is a part of your divine essence? It would be like amputating your arm. That's why I don't remove chakras. What I do is reintegrate them. So I encourage what our individual chakra consciousness to work together as a collective group within the center of who you are, which is your heart. So chakra removal is actually more like chakra integration. I have never experienced chakras as implants, and I actually am open-minded to see them as implants, only to be proven wrong that they aren't implants. Only to be proven that, yes, exactly, they aren't implants. They're actually infinite spaces of divine consciousness. They're incredible energy spaces of divine consciousness. They aren't sucking the life out of you through your chakras. You're actually existing as a gift from having the access to having chakras. So our biology, for instance, we speak from our throat, right? So we have a throat chakra. To remove that doesn't exactly make sense because this vibrates. That's why you have an infinite space right here. It's vibrating. It's also inspiring a connection with an infinite space of your own spiritual essence, of your own biological design, of some things that I can't even comprehend. And it works seamlessly to help you to communicate from the depths of your soul, from your human brain, from all these other interdimensional spaces through into this existence, into what we define as our reality, however you want to define reality. This is a gift. This is a dimensional space. This is a portal. This is an infinite consciousness. This is a universe of its own kind. This also is a throat. It vibrates. We either hold back what we want to say or we just set ourselves free, okay? So I can't remove your throat chakra. I can't remove this. I can't remove your third eye. This is your mind. This is where you imagine. This is where you contemplate. This is where you develop even insecurities to try to make decisions that make you feel safer when really you're actually just avoiding. Like you're seeing, you're looking at, you're asking, how do I want to express myself? You're asking, how do I feel from the heart of who I am when it comes to expressing myself in the way that I'm perceiving things to be? Give me some bigger ideas, crown chakra, right? Throat, how do I express myself? Heart, how do I want to present myself in the situation? Emotions, how do I feel about this situation? Third eye, ego, imagination, how do I creatively explore this? So this is literally just an example of how we work through our chakra communications just to exist, just to exist in this moment. Do you understand me? So I can't remove your existence. These are also amazing places to go visit. To go find yourself in these places are amazing places to find yourself. So chakra plus removal, chakra integration. Okay, so third eye, what do you think about the heart of who you are? Are you willing to have a relationship with the heart of who you are? You want to come into the heart of who you are and get a feel for what your heart energy is like in its own space. Oh, I'm insecure. Oh, I'm not sure about that. Oh, what is that going to mean? How is that going to change me? Your third eye, your ego, third eye is an interdimensional space. It's an infinite space. It's full of a lot of stuff in there, okay? So now encouraging third eye to come into the heart is going to be a process. Throat, do you want to speak from the heart? Do you want to receive higher wisdom that we can feel it? We can see it now. We can talk about it. All in this heart space. We can emotionally work through it. We can explore our sacredness here in our heart. Wow, I can feel grounded in the heart of who I am, okay? So you see how chakra integration is encouraging this consciousness to become heart-centered. Do they have to be heart-centered? No. They can become independently strong and still work together as an independent collective group. You find it interesting, the human race, we feel like independent individual beings, but then we're trying to work on a collective balance. What about chakras? Independent individual chakras also working on a collective group balance, right? So which path do you want to explore? Chakra removal, chakra integration, or just chakra balance? Either way, it's all chakra balance, right? Is this an implant thing? No. Okay, so what's an implant? Okay, so in the energy world, you are in control. Believe it or not, consciously, we only consciously can understand so much. We can only consciously conceive of so much. A lot more is happening beneath the surface of ourselves than we understand. There's an astral thing going on out there. Anybody can do anything to your energy field at any time. No, they can't. No, they can't. You're a master. You're coming here to have a human experience. When you're uncertain of yourself, you're opening a doorway for you to have an experience in order to grow and become stronger. So the only way for an implant to ever get put into your energy field is because you specifically wanted it there. So that's important that I bring everything back into balance, because the power is already inside yourself. You already have the power inside yourself. Like, I'm going to repeat this. You are the power already, okay? All right, so now Kundalini is such a gorgeous energy. You don't want to flatten the meaning of that one, because Kundalini is like, let's say we have specific studies, okay? So you can have this Kundalini study as part of a sacral chakra study, as part of, it's a spiritual connection with an ecstasy. It's an energetic ecstasy. It's like a soul level orgasm. It's like a hardcore energetic activation. It's conceivably, I mean, that kind of electricity pulsating through your body is going to open you up. But I want to be careful how I talk about this, because there's always a reality over a fantasy. It's easy to go into the fantasy, harder to accept the reality. The reality is, we're having Kundalini awakenings when we're suddenly enchanted about the bliss of how effing amazing it is to be alive. Like, it is such a beautiful life. Bawling my eyes out on my knees. Thank you, God, for this human life, okay? Now, is it reality to be able to exist like that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year? Is that reality? Because reality is we have these events and then we find ourselves again and we find ourselves again and we find ourselves again in having new events. Boy, I wish I could have that Kundalini experience again. I had it one time. I haven't been able to recreate it. What's wrong with me? Nothing. Like, you literally had a Kundalini event experience and now you're continuing to live the real world human life. And so there's that reality conversation, that fantasy conversation. So Kundalini is literally an electrifying event where you feel saturated in the ecstasy of being alive. And there's nothing, like, we don't want to flatten that to that's somehow Kundalini or it's an implant or somebody is feeding off of that energy. That is your experience. And you're like a bright star sharing the ecstasy of this loving moment with the universe, and nobody's taking it from you. All the souls are basking in the light of yourself in this triumphant moment of celebration. So nobody's like sucking or vacuuming that Kundalini event out of you. This is you celebrating and sharing this extraordinary event, okay? Now you want to talk about divine serpent. Snake goddess level stuff. That's like right up my alley, okay? That will bring you to your knees. Reality versus fantasy, because to follow the path of the snake is flipping hard. It is going to challenge you. It will strike you down again and again and again and again, and it will suck the life right out of you. It will kill you. You will have a death again and again and again and again to walk the path of the snake. There's nothing fake about that. If anything, all human beings are on some kind of path of the snake. Now, we're constantly shedding skins, right? We're constantly doing it. Do we want to? That's why we came here. Of course we do. So you want to embrace the wholeness of everything. These conversations, the more life force energy you can put into it. So if we want to talk about chakras and, fake versus real, implants, and how does that really happen? They're sucking life out of me. So what we want to do is take that type of expression of thought, because it becomes kind of flat, like black and white, yes or no, boring, We want to shape it. We want to create a life force energy with it. We want to make it interdimensional, because the divine truth is extraordinarily interdimensional to the point we can't even keep up with it. We don't even know how to keep up with it. So we want to expand and expand and expand on these ideas as a benevolent gift of love. So when we look through the lens of trying to understand spiritual stuff, human awakening stuff, human ascension stuff, we have to look at it through the lens of love, and also fantasy versus reality. And also, how can I grow today? And try not to settle into, I just want to reach this like 5D earth and be done, because that again is fantasy versus reality. Like, we're going to be growing every single day, and we're going to have an energetic experience every single day, and that is going to be real and enriching. I'm going to bring the power back into myself, because I'm a powerful being. I'm a living being. I have control over my experiences. I choose what I want, what I don't want. That has power. My intention is that has power. That is more powerful than some energy being that you don't even know is there. Energy, so that's like a whole other kit and caboodle. Do I even want to go into that kit and caboodle on some level? I will briefly, okay? All right, so we're going to talk about the they who could potentially put the implants in and design the chakra system and all this other fake stuff, okay? And so then you have to ask yourself, well, what is real and what isn't real? All right, so we're going to find the answer in how do we make interdimensional bliss, because that's real, right? And we bring the emotion into it. We bring the sensation into it. We bring the acceptance of, I'm going to get whatever I get out of this reality, whether it's a complete matrix or it's my own manifestation or I'm dead and having a simulation experience or whatever, okay? Because this is my life. This is my manifestation. This is my experience. This is my joy. This is my pain and suffering. This is my fear. This is my insecurity. This is my confusion. All right, that's life in an interdimensional state, is an emotional state. It's a wondering state. It's a wisdom and enlightenment state. It's a path of discovery state. It's an I'm okay not knowing the answer state, but it's an experience, an epiphany, okay? So once you intuitively know and can trust in the power of yourself and be okay with whatever happens, okay? Be okay with whatever happens, because there is a higher inspiration that's inconceivable to our mind. Like if I were to know every single thing about an infinite dimension or infinite universe, I'd be the weight of that. I would just explode, okay? So I can only conceivably comprehend so much in my brain, all right? That's why human awakening experiences can be so overwhelming, because it can be an information overload more than you can cope with, and it's too much. It's too much, and you don't know what to do with it, and your ego starts attacking you, and the next thing you know, you're having all kinds of difficult experiences, okay? All right, so the concept that they are controlling us, putting implants into us, they have created all of this, and we're just some slave to this. Okay, that everybody has a right to say that is the reality they choose to believe is their reality. So if you fit into the pocket of that's your belief system, okay? Now you're going to have to work your way through that belief system, okay? Because automatically, number one in that belief system is that you are powerless. And now, number two in that belief system is looking for solutions based upon things that we think we know, all about ego, right? Is not coming back to the heart of the spirit of who we are, of the life force energy of who we are. The feelings, like not the flat real versus fake, but I feel alive. I don't know what I'm getting myself into, but I'm going to trust in this experience. I'm going to be alive in this experience. I'm going to let it flow and let it show me stuff. Okay. All right. So who is they? It's like, you see how boring this they is? I'm more interested in me. I'm more interested in what I'm going to discover next. I'm more interested in the power of myself. Implants, energy, all of that stuff can be removed, replaced, redirected. It's energy. It's mold and shapeable. I'm in pain today. I'm going to go face that pain. I'm going to find my joy. Now I'm happy. Now I'm in pain again. I'm going to face that pain. I'm going to find my way back to enlightenment. It might take me a few years, but dang it, you know what? Look at all I accomplished. I'm happy again. That's your experience. That's your life. No, they is going to take that story, your life story, away from you. That is the power of your own soul. That is your wisdom right there. That's your everyday. You know what I mean? You see the flavor of dimensional life force energy and how exciting that is, and how like boring, like fake versus real, implant versus not implant. It gets so like flat, like flat. The more dimension you can access, you got to put the feelings into it. I'm afraid of implants. Okay, now that is a dimensional conversation. I'm afraid of they. I'm afraid of what that means. I don't know how to understand what a they is and what an implant is. I don't know how to understand how to see them or what they are. So now you're going to have to trust in somebody like me that I'm telling you the truth. How do you know if I'm telling you the truth? You have to trust in yourself to find the answer inside yourself. You have to feel out what feels right to you. Okay, now that's you being alive and bringing the power back, okay? That's all I'm going to say. But I love talking about this stuff. So glad you sent me that question, because I think a lot of people can benefit from my interpretation, my experience. If you guys are interested in chakra removal, what I'm doing these days is 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 60-minute sessions, okay? So I don't do anything like specific. I used to do like specific sessions, but because I do pretty much anything and everything under the sun, you tell me what you want me to look at, I'll look at it. I'll be guided. I do a lot of energy healing stuff, a lot of psychic wisdom stuff. I can talk to any spirit, any consciousness. I can look at anything. I can do soul retrieval, remove demons, psychic attack stuff. I do anything and everything, because everything is energy and my soul is connected to everything, and I like to communicate with literally energy. So I don't know what else to say, but you can find me at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com if you want to book an individual session. If you're interested in chakra removal, I would recommend at least a 30-minute 45-minute gets you more of an in-depth experience. 60 minutes is going to really take you there. I used to call a 60-minute session a soul rebirth journey because it's so much infinite time between 60 minutes human time and 60 minutes in a journey state. In a journey state, I could be in there for like a million years. I'm telling you, there's a difference between the energy world time and our human world time. So there's a lot more I can do in 60 minutes to really transform your energy field. And then as I transform your energy field and have the time to get to know each one of your chakras and integrate them into the heart, we break down some shells and some old programs and old layers and help to rebirth you into a higher version of yourself. You're going to still be you, okay? But you're going to feel more breathable. You're going to be introduced some new ideas. I talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk in 60 minutes. In 45 minutes, I talk a lot. And this video, I'm just constantly talking. You'll have so much content in a 60-minute session. It's going to blow you away. One 60-minute session is going to blow you away. So that's where you would want to go, is my website, abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. I want to thank you again for this question. I thank you guys all for watching. If you find this as meaningful content, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. There's a lot of meaningful content out here. I'm here to spiritually advance humanity through my own living energy and inspirations. And we grow, all right? As a collective group or as independent individuals, we find our wholeness within. We're all divine. We're all one. We're all on a human journey. It's exciting stuff. Thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful day.